Hi everybody, this is your weekly horoscope for Monday the 13th of November going through until Sunday the 19th of November 2017. I've had a look at this week. It looks very positive, and I'm going to give you a day-by-day rundown of the week so you have an idea of what the astrology is about, how it's going to influence you, and how you can make the most of that energy. So on Monday the 13th of November, we have the moon going into Libra at 11:27 in the evening. So it shifts at the very last minute, 30 minutes before the day changes. So the moon is in Virgo for most of the day. And when the moon is in Virgo, you've got your thinking cap on, you're able to deal with lots of information and to break it down, to make sense of it, and also not to be overwhelmed by it. So this is a good day if you're having to fill in forms, if you're doing a visa application, or you're sorting out your taxes, or you're doing things like job applications. It's a really great day to do that. You'll be able to take your time with it, to not become overwhelmed, to make sure that all the information is accurate and correct, and you'll have the presence of mind to do that kind of stuff. Now, the important thing on Monday here is that Venus, the planet of love and beauty, is in Scorpio, and that planet conjuncts Jupiter, the lucky planet, which is also in Scorpio. So when Jupiter and Venus conjunct, it's a great time for love and new romance. But because it's in Scorpio, it can be a little bit intense, a little too intense. Venus in Scorpio wants to know that, if she goes and travels the world, that her partner will drop everything and go with her. It's very demanding, it's very intense, and it's super full on. So it is a good day for love and romance, but if you're going on a date or if you're meeting someone new, hold off a little bit on, immediately planning your wedding and the future and how wonderful everything's going to be. And just keep things cool and use the Virgo moon to assess the situation properly. So instead of letting your feelings just rush away with you and you're already 5 steps ahead, look at who you're actually talking to. See if there is a connection, if you can communicate, if there's more than just, a physical, chemical attraction, and be discerning if you're looking at love and romance on Monday. On Tuesday, the 14th of November, we have the Libra moon conjuncting Mars in Libra. So when the moon is in Libra, it becomes much more focused on compromise, and it becomes focused on the greater good. Mars is the planet of drive, ambition, the male principle, and what it is you want to achieve. It's ambition and what I wanted yesterday. It's super intense, and it rules Aries, the first sign of the zodiac, which is the ram, which moves things forward, and Aries opposes Libra. So Libra is the exact opposite of the sign that Mars rules. So Mars is forced to compromise here in Libra, and it uses its energy in a totally different way. So instead of saying, okay, how am I going to progress in life? How am I going to move forward? How am I going to rush ahead? It's saying, how can I help other people? And how can I compromise? Very unusual for Mars. So you may feel a little bit ill at ease, or you may wonder, like, what's going on? I'm being so compromising here, and I'm just letting things slide by and everything's okay. So Tuesday is great to compromise and seeing how you can help other people. That's what you're going to be most comfortable doing. So both the moon and Mars are in Libra, so it's all about the greater good. The thing about Libra, though, is that it's the one sign of the zodiac that's not a living thing. So Libras are very good at being charming and creative, and they're often very refined and elegant. But Libras can also be quite tough, especially in social situations, because they are the kind of arbiters of what is good for the community. And if they see that someone's misbehaving or that someone is like a negative influence, then Libra really doesn't have a problem cutting people off. It can be quite severe in its judgments, and it doesn't feel guilty or an obligation to sort other people's problems out or to help them. It's like, you either make a contribution and you come here with a positive attitude and you do as you're told, sort of thing. It can be quite stern, or this isn't going to work. And so Libra is positive in that sense, but it's not a doormat. So it can compromise, it can make things better for everyone involved. But if someone is just behaving outrageously or something is just totally wrong, it's got no kind of issues or hang-ups about saying this isn't going to work. It's done. So really good about compromising and seeing how you can help. So if you're on Tuesday, if you're visiting family, or if you're going for a job interview, or if you're being with friends or loved ones, that's the best way to kind of use this energy, because you're not going to get into big arguments. You're not going to say, I want things this way and I'm going to insist, and if they're not done this way, then I'm not going to take part. You're not doing that on Tuesday. You are much more willing to see other people's point of view and to just go along for the ride without causing waves yourself. On Wednesday, the 15th of November, we still have the moon in Libra, so it's in Libra from the very, very last 30 minutes of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then it goes into Scorpio on Thursday morning. So Wednesday here, we've still got the moon in Libra. It opposes Uranus in Aries. Uranus is the planet of rebellion and electricity and doing things in a totally unconventional and unique way. And that in Aries is like this powerhouse of me, me, me. I'm going to do something amazing. And that planet squares Pluto in Capricorn, and Pluto is the planet of transformation and change. And in the Earth sign Capricorn, it's about transformation in a tangible, practical way, and also transformation when it comes to work. So Wednesday is a fabulous day to get insights and ideas about how to transform your life in a practical way via other people who will be able to offer you practical insights. So this is about, how do I move house? How do I move to the Bahamas? How do I go about applying for that? Talk to someone who's been there and done that. You'll get loads of help. How can I change my career? What should I be doing next? I've been working as an accountant for 5 years. I feel like I've learned everything I can. I want to take the next step. What is the next step? So it's a really good day to listen to other people who may have insights that you don't get yourself. So the biggest blessing here on Wednesday is getting ideas via other people. So make sure that you talk to people, you connect with your friends, you call someone just to say hello. Something good is going to come out of that if you do it, and it will offer you these practical steps that you can then take to make things better. On Thursday, the 16th of November, the moon goes into Scorpio at 8:20 in the morning, so it dives down deeply into the sign of Scorpio and things become more intense and more emotional. The Scorpio moon then conjuncts Jupiter in Scorpio, and Venus is in Scorpio, which trines Neptune in Pisces. So as you can see, we've got loads and loads of watery energy here. This day is completely about transformation of your life in a practical way, and that's based on your emotional and intuitive insights that you get. So you will understand quite a lot, you'll get a lot of ideas coming in, and they will apply to practical things in your life, so practical circumstances. So it's not super abstract in terms of, oh, I feel like I'm gonna, behave differently, or something in me is shifted, I can let go of this or that. It's emotional messages and dreams about, what I'm gonna do in my actual life. So I could change my job in a sense, or I could move locations if I wanted to, or the living situation that I'm in, am I happy with that? Am I satisfied with the amount of money I'm being paid? All of those kind of practical considerations, you'll have an emotional response about those, and listen to that emotional response, because it's the truth of what you're feeling. And if it's like, I feel like at this job, I'm really working way too hard and I'm not getting paid for it, then accept that, listen to it or take it as truth, and then just say, I'm going to make changes about that because I've now recognized that this is not suitable for me. On Friday, the 17th of November, we have the Scorpio moon conjuncting Venus in Scorpio. So again, we've got loads and loads of romantic, passionate, magnetic, super intense energy floating around. And also we have Mercury, the communication planet, in Sagittarius, sextiling Mars in Libra. So Friday the 17th of November is another great day for love, sex, and romance. Again, it's very, very intense and possibly too intense. So the way to ease that a little bit, if you're feeling like, oh, this is just becoming a little bit too much, I'm starting to freak out a little bit because things are moving too quickly. With Mercury in Sag and Mars in Libra, it's also a good opportunity and a great day to travel, to socialize, and to have friends with family. So if the emotional stuff and the romantic side of things is getting too intense for you, then this is a good day to kind of lighten the mood by being around people who you're not intimate with in that way. On Saturday, the 18th of November, we have the new moon in Scorpio. So that happens early on at 11ish in the morning, at 11:42 in the morning, and then it goes into Sagittarius at 7 p.m. So a new moon is when the moon and the sun, they conjunct each other. The moon is totally black and it pulls in lots of different new energy, and I've made a separate video on that. Have a look at that video to get more information on it. But this day, Saturday, is very similar to Thursday, which is when this kind of energy began to build up. I mean, obviously, you know, the moon was sidling up to the sun, so it starts to build a few days ahead of time. It's about transforming your life in a tangible way and making actual changes based on your feelings. So check the new moon in Scorpio video for more info on that. I'll go into more detail. Now, finally, on Sunday, the 19th of November, we have Mars in Libra, still being very compromising and being very selfless. That squares Pluto in Capricorn, the transformation planet, and the Sagittarius moon sextiles Mars in Libra. So Sunday, this is a really good idea to run your ideas past other people and to get some feedback on the insights that you've been getting from Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, because you're going to have a sense of, oh my God, this is so great, this is so right, I now know that I want to change things, I'm going to go ahead with that, I'm going to do that, and it feels urgent and it feels like I can't wait to get started. Okay, so on Sunday, it's a nice day to kind of have that, because Sunday, you know, I mean, lots of the shops are closed and maybe you're not at work if you're employed or self-employed or whatever. Sunday is a good time to take some time out and to take a break. And especially if you communicate your ideas and what you've got planned for the future, if you communicate that with other people rather than keeping it a secret and keeping it to yourself, and you say, do you know what, I've been considering doing this in terms of my career, maybe moving locations, what do you think of that? Do you have any knowledge of that or experience? That's going to be really positive because you'll get feedback and insights that you may have missed in your enthusiasm to move forward, because everything is about go, go, go. The moon in Sagittarius is really about let's get things moving, let's just rush ahead instantly, immediately, and it's a good time. Because of that, you know, you don't look at all the details. If you're just constantly looking at the future 5 miles ahead, then you're not checking all the details that are here right now. So Sunday is a good time to talk to people to get a deeper understanding of what you're doing and making sure that everything is in place and everything is sorted out before you actually move ahead, which you can do on Monday the 20th of November and really start taking action. But Sunday is a good time to kind of review the things that you've understood on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So if you've written a book, don't just send it off. Make sure you spell check it and proof it before you do anything else with it, or you make final adjustments and that you review something again. That's what Sunday is about, really reviewing things, but also doing that in conjunction with other people who will have insights that you may have missed. So that's what I get for this week. It looks very, very positive. I hope you have a wonderful time. If you'd like a private reading with me, then please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. And in my readings, I use astrology, tarot, and numerology. And the astrology chart gives me a blueprint of your soul that shows me what your life mission is, why you've come back, what your vocational aptitudes are, so which careers are going to work for you and which ones aren't, and where you're really gifted and talented, and where you can use your gifts in the most effective way to add value to the world, and then to get value back in the shape and form of money. We can look at your strengths and weaknesses, and also what's coming up for you in future via your love life or finances, career, health, family relationships, your spiritual progress that you're making, the institutions you belong to, whether that's right for you or whether you should make a lateral move. It's really all on the birth chart, which is really helpful. And then using the predictive astrology and the tarot, I can look at what's coming up for you in future. So if you're interested in that, then please visit me on the website Gregory Scott. Please remember to subscribe to this channel if you like these videos. If you don't, you don't need to do anything. You don't need to press any buttons. I hope you have a great week, and I'll speak to you soon.